All right, let's get this show started.
In today's video, Mark Hunt loses again in court to Dana White, UFC and Brock Lesnar. Michael Bisping reacts to Tony Ferguson vs. Paddy Pimblett matchup. Dana White gets honest on Israel Adesanya's DUI charge. Eddie Alvarez defends Izzy. Paulo Costa evolves with his secret juice. And Conor McGregor meets Snoop Dogg in Dublin. After 6 years in federal court, it appears that Mark Hunt's legal fight with the UFC, Dana White, and Brock Lesnar is over for good. According to a report from Jason Morin, the court has ruled in favor of UFC Dana White and Brock Lesnar, dismissing all claims in the lawsuit filed by Hunt. This lawsuit is not connected to the other class action lawsuits that have been moving forward this summer. Hunt's outstanding claims included fraud, battery, aiding and abetting battery, and civil conspiracy. After completing the discovery process, the court determined that Hunt did not provide sufficient evidence for any of his allegations. Hunt sued the UFC, White, and Lesnar in 2017 after losing to Brock by decision at UFC 200. Beforehand, Lesnar was given an exemption from a 4-month drug testing window required of returning fighters. After the fight, he tested positive for multiple banned substances and was later suspended for 1 year by USADA and the Nevada Athletic Commission, which regulated the 2016 bout. His win was also overturned to a no contest. Here's what Dana White had to say about the Mark Hunt lawsuit.
Mark Hunt lawsuit got dismissed today. Just curious if you had any comments about that now that it's in the rearview mirror.
I mean, it's never been. Listen, Mark Hunt he's lost so many lawsuits against us, it's insane. He's a bit of a delusional guy. He's gonna have to pay some legal fees.
Speaking on his BYM podcast, Michael Bisping reacted to the recently announced fight between Tony Ferguson and Paddy Pimblett. Bisping said that he actually likes the matchup and explained why it's a smart move for Paddy to take this fight.
I think it's good because Tony obviously clearly wants to fight on, right? So God bless him, and we've got to respect that. He has lost 6 in a row. Bobby Green, solid fighter, certainly no disrespect. But outside of Bobby, he only fought the elite. Beneil Dariush, Chandler, Gagey, Oliveira. So this is, Paddy's not ranked, I believe. Yeah, he's not ranked. So it's a step down in terms of opposition, according to the rankings. It's a big, big name. It's on a pay-per-view to round out the year. So it's a big opportunity for Tony Ferguson to get a win over someone with a big following, right? So it's a big fight for Tony Ferguson. And on the flip side, for Paddy, it's kind of smart matchmaking because, again, he's had 4 wins, I believe, in a row. Granted, the one against Jared Gordon was, questionable at best. But this is a big name. It's an interesting fight, and it definitely is a step up in competition without throwing Paddy to the wolves of some of the potentially more dangerous
it's not Ilya Topuria
that don't have a name.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, like a Jalen Turner. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Jalen doesn't have a name. You know the point that I'm making.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So in that regard, I think it's quite smart.
Israel Adesanya has recently pleaded guilty to drunk driving in his native New Zealand. This news has caught the attention of many, including Dana White, who spoke out during Tuesday's DWCS press conference. White expressed his disappointment, calling it a terrible decision from Izzy, and emphasized the importance of seeing how the former champ handles the situation.
Dana, since you mentioned Izzy, he did an interview for his YouTube channel talking about his loss to Sean Strickland. Then it came out that he was pulled over for a drunk driving charge before that. I don't know what your thoughts on that. Did you think it affected the fight, that whole thing maybe weighing on his psyche going into the fight? And I guess your thoughts on Izzy right now.
Yeah, no, I think that bad decisions, man. You know what I mean? No matter how many drinks you've had, if you drink, don't drive, man. It's just, and especially, it's one thing, Ubering is easy and all this other stuff, but when you have that kind of money that kid has, get a driver, have somebody drive you, or Uber or whatever. He made a bad decision. Thank God nobody was hurt, him or anybody else. And you know what I say about mistakes. how do you handle them after you make them? So hopefully that's a one and done for him and he never does it again.
Former UFC champion Eddie Alvarez comes to the defense of Israel Adesanya. MMA journalist Luke Thomas tweeted, "To do this 3 weeks before a UFC title fight is disconcerting on a few levels." Eddie defended Izzy, writing, "Whoever not got drunk cast the first stone. Fighting is year-round, it doesn't have seasons, it's grueling mentally and emotionally. I used to drink at sparring on Saturdays to enjoy the day a bit more. Leave this man alone." It looks like Paulo Costa is evolving with his secret juice ahead of UFC 294 against Khamzat Chimaev. On Tuesday, Costa posted this photo to social media, captioned, "Abu Dhabi, version motherfucker."
Foi ótimo você ter falado sobre o Secret Juice, porque a próxima pergunta é do Secret Juice.
Cara, isso não foi combinado, eu prometo.
Realmente não foi combinado. Aí a pergunta que é, quando você vai revelar o que tem no Secret Juice?
Conor McGregor kicks it with Snoop Dogg during the rap legend's Dublin show.
So I gotta get back in a good pause. Put the pause on the fucking kittens. Put the pause on the kittens, yeah? Put your pause on it, dog. Y'all. He welcomed me last night to this beautiful country. I had good food, good smoke, and good drink. I love you, sir. I appreciate you anytime, all the time. I owe you one.
And here are the top 3 memes we found on the internet today. Our third place pick was found over Twitter and was posted by a user named The Art of War. The second place pick was found over Instagram and was posted by a user named Daily Dose MMA. And the top pick of the day was found over Instagram and was posted by a user named Beaver Smash TV. Thanks for watching. If you like the content, smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe to stay in the talk.